Hey everyone, hope you're doing really good. Today I wanted to talk to you and get you some updates on what it's actually costing to build custom homes, what it's costing to build these ADUs, and what's going on with the lumber market, what's happening in lumber prices, and just get you some updates. We have a ton of information on our website that you can get tfgonline.com. You can go to our pricing page, and we have a lot of this information there and in our FAQ pages as well. However, I wanted to kind of give you an update real time what's happening and what we're seeing as far as the bids that are coming in on the projects. There's been a lot of movement in the pricing over the last year and a half or so, almost 2 years now. Since COVID-19 came, and we have seen a lot of disruption in the supply for the homes, which is delaying projects as well. So there's some of that going on. But as far as costs go, we just want to give you kind of a baseline of where these custom homes are coming in at and how to price them. And we talk a lot about this in our pricing guides, how to actually do this. And a lot of you actually that are contacting us have actually taken these guys and actually put these in spreadsheets and show us, hey, is this in line with what we're looking to build? And it works out good. So make sure you get those. But when these custom homes, what we're seeing is on the living space. So just not including the garage, not including the porches. We're seeing these come in. These aren't the kind of like bottom grade houses. These are decent finishes that are going in these houses, but they're about $270 a square foot and up. So 270 is kind of the lower end that we're seeing right now, where these homes are pricing out. We've had a couple around 250, 260. And so those houses, I think those particular houses were about 2,500 square feet, 2,300 square feet, those houses. And they're, you multiply that 2,200, 2,500 square feet times that 270, that gives you your living space. Cost to actually build the house. And then you would also add in garage space. So the garages, depending on the height of the garage and that, you're going to be a minimum of about $100 a foot. You could go up to $150 a foot on the garages. Also, the porch areas are running somewhere in the ballpark of around $75 to $85 a square foot on the porches. And if you go open beam, like exposed wood on those porches, it's going to push the price up higher than that. But that's a typical porch that you're seeing where you're having to get it ready for wildland urban interface. So you have hardy or stucco underneath it. So those are basic build costs that we would call those in our pricing guide, that what those are running for a custom home. That does not include your site costs. It doesn't include your permits and fees. It's not going to include your plans and design as well. So you can go to the pricing guide and you can see those costs. But typical custom home is going to run probably $30,000 for your permits and fees. You have to add that on. You'll spend somewhere to 5 to 6% of the build costs for the plans and design. So that could be anywhere $20,000 to $40,000, depending on what you're building. Could be higher. I mean, some of them we're doing are $50,000 to $100,000, but that's kind of a ballpark of where those could fall in. Site costs are all over the board. They could be, like $50,000 to $50,000 or something on a lot that already had utilities to it, maybe for a burn down, all the way up to $200,000-300,000. Just depends. A lot of them will fall between $75,000 to $150,000 that you have to add in for that. So, and you're gonna have to make sure you get all that figured out, as far as your lot, to figure for what the site costs are, utilities, all that goes into it, the grading. Make sure you get all that figured out, because that can make a big difference in the overall cost. So, all right, so that's the custom home side. Now the ADUs, what we're seeing in the ADUs is they're somewhere on the very low end. You're going to be probably $300 to $325 a square foot. So if you got a 1,200 square foot ADU, you're gonna spend somewhere, multiply that times 300. It'd be about $360,000 for the actual structure. So somewhere in that ballpark is kind of the baseline of where those costs are coming in for ADUs. And then you would add on your porch area. So say we had, 200 square feet of porches. You're we go 200 square feet times, say, $85 a foot. And then if we add a garage on there, maybe a 2-car garage, it's almost 600 square feet. You put another $60,000 on that. So I give you kind of a baseline of where that's going to happen to come in at price wise. And the price can go up from there depending on the finishes that you put in the ADU. And you're looking at site costs for the ADU as well. You're going to have permits and fees. They will be less. You can get those in our pricing guide, see exactly what those are. But a lot of the impact fees are waived, so you're not having to pay those. And you're going to also typically have your site costs will be less because you already have existing infrastructure, like maybe you're tying in the sewer. You may have a water meter that's already on the property that you can tap into from the other house. So it definitely saves you some costs there. So the ADUs, 300, 325 plus on the living space, 100, 125 on the garage space, plus you're looking at about 75 to 85 or so on the porch area. So all right, so that kind of gives you a rough idea where custom homes ADU prices are kind of sitting at. Something I should throw in too is the actual permitting process. The County of San Diego has sped up. We're seeing one of them we put in about a month and a half ago. They came back for corrections. So thinking this thing might get permitted in maybe 3 months, 3 to 4 months. So that we were up to over a year last year it was taken to get permits. So that seems to be that things are speeding up. So that's a good positive sign. So hopefully that'll continue and it'll kind of help people get their project caught back up. So all right, now lumber is back in the beginning of 2020 for all that started happening was somewhere sitting around $400 a thousand board feet, and it's been all over the place. It went way up in May, and it's come down and it's gone up, and just recently about mid-November it started spiking again, and it's up close to now. Actually, I think today it's around 8. It's at about 869.5 today per thousand board feet. So it's on its way up again right now, and it's about double what it was about almost 2 years ago now. So it's definitely seen an increase in price on the lumber, but it's definitely not as high as it was. It was up over 1,600, so almost double what it is right now back in May. So we've definitely seen an improvement there as far as it at least coming down from what the spike was. So all right, so that's a quick update. Hope that helps. If you want more information, make sure you check out our pricing guides at our website. It is tfgonline.com. And you can also reach out to us if you have a project you're looking to build. So, all right, thank you for your time and have an excellent rest of your day.